Have you seen the Donald Trump assassination video? Of course you have. Or should I say assassination attempt video? I've seen it, you've seen it. Blew my mind. But you know what's crazy about that is that his reaction to the whole thing is just nothing less than gangster. He feels a bullet rush past his ear, graze him in the ear. He's got blood coming down his face. Secret Service jumping right on top of him. Bullets flying everywhere. Some random guy behind him actually dies. Like he catches a bullet. And what does Trump do? He's like, fight, fight, fight. He's saying that. He gets up. He stands up with the Secret Service all around him, right? He stands up, bearing in mind that as far as he knows, there's somebody with a gun trained at him. And he pumps his fist up like this, doesn't he? He pumps his fist. Absolute gangster. And you know what? That right there, what it means to be a man. That, literally right there. And that right there is the thing that is being kind of deliberately pushed out of society. That right there is actually why Trump is so powerful, or should I say so popular. That right there, the lack of that, is why most men today really struggle with finding women or attracting women, because most men today don't embody that kind of energy, that I am going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm going to fight. I'm on my own purpose. You can't beat me down. You can't hold me down. But that's actually what we all respect. He's won the election now, hasn't he? He's going to be the president again. That's the kind of man that you want to follow. That's a man that you want to follow into battle. I would follow a man like that into battle. You know, modern politicians. What is it that we all think about politicians? Is that they're sniveling, they're backstab, they're actually cowards. Have you ever seen Transformers, the original Transformers cartoon? Starscream in that cartoon. They're like him. Or The Rock when he was originally in the Nation of Domination. That type of thing. But he's a real man standing tall. Everybody, irrespective of whether or not they actually like Trump or not, you cannot help but respect that. You cannot help but respect that. Women cannot help but be attracted to that. It is literally biologically impossible for women to see a man do that and be like, whoa, and not be like, whoa, this guy's actually a G. I am finding myself feeling some powerful emotions towards this man. I think I might like to submit to him. So effectively, it's kind of like this. How do you embody this? Like, how can me or you embody like the Trump energy to get these kinds of results? I mean, look, let me just say again, Trump is a polarizing as all hell figure, isn't he? There are people that hate him and there's people who absolutely love him. And if you've listened to me and my coaching for quite a while, you'll realize that one thing I say is that you gotta be polarizing. You have to be, well, it's not so much that you need to be polarizing, you just need to be yourself. Be you, be the person who you are, and then as a result, just being you, you will actually polarize, because some people just not like it, but others will absolutely really love it. And the people who really love it will gravitate to you. Like, they will be pulled to you like an electromagnet. The issue with men today is that we are so afraid of being offensive that we're just bland and neutral. But when you're bland and neutral, when you're just bland, you take the middle road. You're being safe. You don't do anything that particularly offends or bothers or puts anyone off. That is true. But you're also not particularly awe-inspiring either. You're just tepid, you know? It's like not particularly exciting, not particularly terrible, just meh. But meh doesn't really cut it. In today's dating landscape, meh doesn't cut it. And meh doesn't really make you feel good about yourself either. So anyway, like I said, how does one embody the Trump energy? How? Well, okay, there's two things I can see that this guy does. Number one, he speaks his mind at all times, doesn't he? To the point where it infuriates a lot of people in the media, doesn't it? But he just speaks his mind. But you know, as a result of speaking his mind, as well as infuriating a lot of people in the media, he's drawn in a lot of people who are like, oh my God, finally, thank God that we now actually have a politician that is just shooting from the hip and calling it as he sees it. So you gotta speak your mind. But then what's that mean? It means, like, you see, when you're out with people and then they say something that you disagree with, and everyone's like, yeah, like, For instance, if a group of people and they're like, oh, we don't like those people over there, those people are stupid, but you disagree because you actually do like those people, well, say that you like those people. Don't just let them dominate and be like, yeah, I do dislike these people. I do. Actually stand up and be like, no, I actually disagree. Now, here's the thing. When you actually do things like that, when you just speak your mind and you say what you feel to be true, say what you feel to be true. For instance, like with me giving this dating advice, I'm well aware of the fact that this dating advice is socially unprescribed. I'm well aware. This is not like news to me. I am aware of the fact that many people dislike the stuff that I say, but I say it anyway because it is actually true. And there's a certain amount of respect that I get from people because I have the balls to go against the establishment and, I have the balls to go against the establishment and say what I need to say. You need to do that too. You're on a date with a woman and she says something like, she makes a racist comment about Chinese people. And she doesn't expect you to mind or care. Well, tell her that you mind or care. Tell her that, no, we're not. If you have views like that, then you're not going to be around me because I don't appreciate that at all. I refuse to accept that into my world. If you're going to be part of my world, that's not going to happen. Speak your absolute mind. Fight for a cause. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, just run towards that 100%. Don't back down. So, for instance, if we take the Trump picture, right? Why is he doing this there with the blood coming down his face? Why is he doing that? He's doing that because he wants to symbolize to the American people, nah, we've got this. They're not going to stop us. But what is it that they're not going to stop? They're not going to stop the cause. What is the cause? Making America great again. If you're somebody who hates Trump, my point isn't about his politics. My point is he clearly has a message, right? And that galvanizes people. That's what this was. This right here. The blood coming down. It's like friggin' Braveheart. You know, you've seen Braveheart, Mel Gibson. They can take my pride, but they won't take my freedom. That was literally it. It was his freedom moment. He's going for a cause. Now, of course, am I asking you to put yourself in a position where a sniper is going to try and blow your head off on international TV? No. But I'm saying that whatever it is that you are passionate about, if you go towards that unapologetically, nothing but good things will happen. So that's another one. I mean, my last note here is to never back down, which I think is kind of covered in speak your mind and fight for a cause, but I still feel like it needs to be said. Yeah, don't back down. Do not back down. You know who you are, you know what you want, you know what you're going for, and you continue to go and to strive for that thing regardless. Nothing is going to stop you. Nothing. Go day after day after day after day after day until you either get to where you want to be or your heart stops. That's the energy that Trump has. That's the energy that he displayed there. It's that energy. Like politics and things like this, and like, oh, his position on that and your position on this and Biden's position on healthcare and Trump's position on social reform and transportation and whatever, right? Fundamentally, what it boils down to is, do you really believe in what you're saying? Do you believe in yourself? That's really what it boils down to. It's like alpha male energy. That is it. That's it at the core. That's it. That's why people don't really respect politicians, because we know, okay, I live in the UK. Who's the UK politician? 𝗪ci Sunak, right? Or the UK Prime Minister. How would 𝗪ci Sunak have responded to being shot at? He would have cowered in fear. The Secret Service would have piled on top of him. He would have been trembling. He would have never stood back up, and he would do. It doesn't inspire confidence. Trump has the energy of a man who would actually lead his armies into battle. And fundamentally, to circle this background, that is what makes men respect him. That's what makes men respect a man. And that is what makes women attracted to a man. It's that energy. So irrespective, and just in closing, irrespective of whether or not you like Trump, you hate Trump, irrespective of whether or not this title, this video is triggering you because I'm speaking about the Antichrist, is not the point, right? So if Trump is a great guy, well, great guys have great traits. If Trump is a terrible guy, terrible guys can still have great traits. You can still have a terrible man who's funny. You can still have a terrible man who is brave. His worth as a human being or his morality isn't really the point. There are things that he has, character traits, which have led him to be where he is. And I'm breaking these down now so that we can all do better. But anyway, if you have liked this video, then comment, right? Comment, let me know your thoughts. I'd also like you to subscribe as well. I would also like you to like the video. And we got some goodies for you in the description, so head there. We've got a school. Basically it's called the Game Global School, where you can learn everything that you need to know about dating, confidence, seduction, all of that sort of stuff. But thank you, take care, and see you later.